welcome to the Paul and Sacrifice channel, and this is another break from actually working on stuff to looking at tools that I need to try and do things. So I've had bitten the bullet and bought myself a TIG welder. This is a Stahlwerk something or other. It's an ACDC TIG welder. If you're new to TIG welding as I am and did a lot of research on this, the importance of ACDC is DC will do steel, which actually the MIG will do as well obviously, but the AC part will do aluminium, which is a real sod to weld. So given the way that things have been going, I'd be interested to see how well this goes. So yeah, bit of unpackaging and then running through setup and see what it's like. It says designed and quality controlled in Germany. I suspect that is a clever way of making it sound German. I would be surprised if it's not actually manufactured in China, but I did see a review of one of these on by Matt on the Urchfab channel, and he knows what he's doing, and this seemed to be a good bet for the money. I think if you start buying branded, well-known, sort of more reputable ones, then a lot of the stuff that's with this starts to put it sort of double the price. It was about £650. I think you're looking well north of £1,000 for similar products. So let's get this up. Right. This is brand new, and obviously I haven't even got started yet, but I have my first gripe, which is it comes with a Euro 2-pin plug on it. I knew this because it said in the ad, and it says on the website, that if you buy one and it's shipped to the UK, then it comes with a UK adapter, which this one doesn't. So I've had to already this is my first additional purchase. The problem with getting stuff that's coming from abroad is obviously delivery time takes a while. So I've got, this isn't a standard one, this has got the prongs on top. Obviously the welder will have a problem with this in a minute. Accessories wise, I did just nab the hose out of this the other day. For getting set up, I had to go and get a canister of argon. And I'd got a pressure regulator. This was the hose that came with it. Now, I was told that this type of hose will probably dry out and get a bit brittle. So I'm probably going to have a look at getting a better one. The other thing is, so it's got a quick coupling on the back as well. Part of the reason that this was 600 and something rather than cheap or cheaper was it came with it came with a foot pedal. So with this, rather than just having an on-off button with TIG, basically this allows you to vary the amount of amps going through in terms of with starting and then also with tailing off as well. The main reason that I wanted one of these is that when Matt Urchfab was reviewing the one that he had of this, he said it was fine, but it was more difficult without the just using the normal controls versus the having a foot pedal. And if he's saying that, then I'm definitely going to be having more problems. I've just got a little slag hammery thing. So there's the clamp, which, you know, no different really from the Other one just got a standard connector on the end, but it also does get a bit of stick welding action in there as well, which I have no plans to do. Operation manual. Let's hope this doesn't fall into the same fateful trap as the bandsaw. We have got a few different cups and I guess a starter piece of tungsten and the various different bits for the torch. Yeah, so it's a flexi head torch as well. And the nice thing with this is it's got a decent length to it. Very decent length actually. I think it's, I want to say 5 metre hose. So that's, yeah, articulates quite nicely. So I've got the option of a stubby and then the sort of standard end to it. And I assume the stubby's there in case I need to be using this for getting into tight corners, which is very good. This needs to be pointy, and it's not. So yeah, that's now nice and pointy. The one of the things which I have seen and which the guys in the shop told me as well was just to get it, or basically to grind it with the wheel running that way rather than across it. The reason for that is that the electrical arc will follow the whatever the grooves are made in it, and it will make grooves in there. So yes, that was a nice little tip. So here we have the torch, and here we have the instructions. The instructions are really, really basic. I mean, it is a case of just do this and this. It's not very helpful. So it's got tungsten electrode down as 4 in the book, but it doesn't say anything about sharpening it. So what it says is number 1, which is this. It says screw. Well, I know that it needs to screw into here. This is obviously not anything for experienced welders. They won't really need to look at this, but let me skip ahead. Right, and then it says 2 and 4 connect. So 2 is the electrode and 4 is the 2 is the adapter sleeve. Now again, because there's no pictures, it doesn't really help, but I know that it needs to go in that way so that that grips down on here later on. So I've bashed through the one because this is quite tight, so I've used the bit that they provided to bash this through so that I'm not damaging anything on the new one. So that's that done. 2 and 4 put together in 1, which I've just done. Number 5 or number 6 screw in, which is the end caps, and we can go for a bit of 5 action, so that'll go in there. Now so again it's a screw in, but for the moment I'm going to leave that not all the way down just so that it's connected. Got my end cap, so I've got a 5, 6 and a 7 are included, so that all fits nicely on there. Now I'm going to check and see if there's a picture somewhere, because I need to, with the bit that I'm not sure about is how much stick out I need here. And then when you tighten the end cap down now, that pushes the adapter sleeve inside down and it forces it to clamp on the electrode. Just connect the quick adapter on the back. So connecting up a few other bits here. little pictures actually make it fairly self-explanatory. Okay, the dials here is slightly intimidating in terms of everything that I've got as standard if I can. I'm probably going to need to have a check on this, but let's plug it in and hope that it doesn't blow up. And there we go. So it's fanning away nicely. Okay, everything's set up, switched on, as you can hear the racket behind me, so let's get the camera pointed at the steel, which has been properly cleaned, and see how well this goes. I'm just going to try running along without any filler. I know I need to be just practicing doing this and getting everything right, but I do want to just try with some filler, and I'm sure I'll be dipping on that in no time. So yeah, we will see how that goes. So yeah, it's still quite a bit of work to be done in getting everything right, but yeah, it seemed to start okay and then went a bit wayward after that. As far as I can tell, I'm quite pleased with the welder. Let me just show you this. I mean, that is moving a lot. The thing that concerns me with the amount of movement in here, and I'm sure it shouldn't do this, is when I turn the gas on. You can clearly hear a noise coming out of it. But yeah, that's with it turned off. Yeah, that's clearly not right. I've now solved the gas noise problem, and it was a fairly simple one. So 14mm spanner, and just tightened that nut there, or that coupling, and it's all sorted. But don't forget, designed and quality controlled in Germany. Nothing. As you can see, or as you just saw, there was a problem with the welder where it just wasn't starting, it wasn't arcing at all. So I messaged the support guys, and they with a little video, so they could see exactly what it wasn't doing, and basically got an email from them saying that they needed to get it back. The welder was picked up the following day and sent back to Germany. I was without it pretty much for about a week. In the meantime, the coupling arrived for the back, the loose gas coupling, so they replaced that fairly quickly, and then they sent out the welder back, and it is all working again. Now, I didn't ask what was wrong with it. It wasn't really going to mean very much to me, but it is all now fixed within a week, which is, in fairness, I think pretty good. So from using this, obviously I'm not an experienced welder or TIG welder, it's brand new to me, but it's been okay for getting started on. All the functions are pretty confusing, but from everything that I've seen, these are the sorts of things that I'm going to want to be using, particularly when I get on to aluminium. I started having a play around with some steel piping, which isn't very tidy, and actually I was managing to get better welds out of that than I was with the TIG previously. So actually, yeah, it's been very, very pleasing. overall, yeah, I mean it's still better than me at the moment. Whether I'm going to run into any problems later on, whether the 200 amps isn't going to be quite enough at some point, I don't know. Certainly for getting started and having a look, and having an AC/DC welder with a foot pedal for £650 seems like good value to me. Yeah, so really enjoying it so far. Like I say, it's got a lot of features. Would I recommend this? Bizarrely, yes, I think I would, and the main reason being is it seems to work. I suspect there'll be parts that I want to upgrade at some point, but it was only £650, which is a lot of money, but at the same time for an AC/DC TIG it isn't. But the main reason actually is the fact that it broke, and it was fixed within a week, and there was no real messing around. Obviously, if it keeps happening, then I'll be changing my verdict. But yeah, all in all, I actually think from my limited, very limited TIG experience, this is a good piece of kit. So I'm looking forward to putting it to work with some welding of pipes, which is going to be my next job. And I've got some exhaust and other bits and pieces that I need to do. So yeah, having this back now is going to allow me to really get stuck into the next lot of jobs and get things moving forward on the car again. So if you're new completely to the channel and you like car projects, then there'll be a link at the end. It's probably worth having a look, just checking out the playlist. For the regular viewers, if you've stuck with me through this one as well, then thanks as always for watching, and hopefully catch you on another one. Cheers.